Hi friends, this is Ray. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're brand new here, hey, I'm glad that you found this channel. I hope you'll like and subscribe. My name is Ray. I'm a certified master beekeeper, and today I'd like to talk to you about how do you mark your queen. I'm going to show you several different ways. Now, honestly, I had so much problems with camera and footage on this particular video that it's going to be shot from several different scenes at several different times. So I want to show you how to mark your queen by picking her up. I want to show you how to mark your queen by using the Bee Snug tool, which basically just presses her and holds her still on the frame for just a moment while you mark her. And then I want to show you how to mark your queen using some of the little contraptions that are available on the market today. So let's jump in. How do you mark a queen? Once she's up in the upper part, I would put the plunger in. Then I would carefully raise the plunger up until I had her thorax through the grid. And today I'd like to show you how to mark your queen by picking her up. It's really not that difficult of a skill. As I'll mention in the video, it's good to practice a little bit with drones before you actually try it on a queen. But once you get the hang of it, it's really not all that intimidating at all. I know when I first started to do this years ago, it felt really intimidating, like, I don't want to put my hand in there, and I'm afraid I'm going to hurt the queen, etc. But if you're careful and if you just take your time and go slow, it's really not that hard at all. I'm going to hold this frame in the air so that she doesn't go back in the hive. First thing you want to do is get your marking pen ready and test it so that you've got ink coming out but not too much. See how much ink there? That's way too much. You just want to be able to put a dot on her back without flooding her. Now I've got to find her again. She's a runner, but she's a pretty queen. Okay, here she is. So what I like to do, I'm going to take my glove off. What I like to do is pick her up with my left hand by the wings like this, and then with my right hand I'm going to grab her legs, have a really good grip on her. I'm going to grab her wings again, try to grab at least a couple of legs, then I'm going to put a little dot on her back. Then I'm going to pick her back up by her wings. You can see the dot there. Put her back onto the frame. And that's all there really is to it. It's a very simple process. The best time to mark your queen is when you find her. Don't assume that you're going to go back in and find her again. Like I say, this is the second time I've been in this hive looking for her. The first time I didn't locate her. Now, am I a little concerned that she's not begun to lay yet? Yes. But I'm going to give that a few more days. Maybe another week. I'll come back and check on her. Hopefully she will have some eggs. It's very possible that my 58-year-old eyes are not actually seeing the eggs. Unfortunately, the audio cut out on this particular shot, but again, you can see I just pick her up by her wings, then carefully grab at least 3 of her legs on the bottom side, grab my marking pen, put a dot on her thorax, and then just gently lay her back down on the frame, and she is all set to go. Oh, I see her. She's on the wall in here. See if you can see her. She's right on that wall right over there. See the big queen right there? I'll zoom in on her when I edit the video. And I'm going to see if I can grab her and mark her. Grabbed her. Well, she's a beautiful looking queen. Let's see. Uh-oh. Young queens like that are often very skittish. And I put her back in the hive quickly because she was starting to twist around on She was starting to twist around on her leg, and I didn't want to break. I didn't want her leg to break. So my note-taking code, everybody's is different, but today is 4-4, and I will put queen right, eggs. And I had a queen right with a question mark below because I hadn't seen her. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue then to move over to another hive, and we'll give them. Then I'm also going to show you how to use this little tool called the Bee Snug tool, which is just basically just a little handle with an elastic on it that allows you to hold her down onto the frame, pressing her down onto the frame like this, and in order to mark her. We do sell these on our website. They're also available from any bee supply place as well. They're pretty inexpensive, but very easy if you don't feel comfortable picking up your queen. I'm going to show you both ways today. So the original audio that was in this part of the video got muted out somehow out on the field. I'm sorry, so I'm going to narrate this. Before I show you how to use this tool and mark this queen, I am going to just give you a brief overview of how I actually locate her on the frames. What I do when I'm looking for a queen is I pick out a frame, and I realize that she's going to most likely run to the back of the frame out of the light if at all possible. So the first thing I do is I scan around the edges of the frame to make sure that I don't see her running to the other side. And then I work my eyes toward the middle. I've discovered over time that if I don't find the queen in the first 5 to 6 seconds on the side of a frame, staying on that same side of the frame for a minute or 2 minutes doesn't really yield better results. I do better to go through a second time. Now, she's most likely not going to be on a frame that has food on it like nectar or honey or even pollen. And she's also most likely not going to be on a frame that has capped brood on it. She's going to be on an open frame, and there's probably going to be a lot of bees on the frame where she's at. After locating her, you're going to see that I accidentally, while I'm getting my tool set up, she got off of the frame and dropped down back into the nuke box, and I actually had to find her a second time. Okay, I have located her. She's right up here in the corner. She's blonde. She kind of sticks out a little bit on this frame. See her right there at the end of my finger. Now, unfortunately, what happens here is while I'm getting my queen marking tool ready, she falls down back into the hive again, and I've got to actually find her a second time, which is why it's super helpful, unlike I showed you here. Have your queen tools ready, your queen marking tools ready. Have your marking pen and anything else you're going to be using. She just went back down into the box and is no longer on this frame. So I'll actually find her here again on actually the first frame. So she fell on the edge of the box, went up the side and onto the first frame. So I'll go ahead and cut to that and show you how I mark her using the Bee Snug tool. Okay, got her a second time. I'll point to her here on the bottom of the frame, and then I'm going to use the Bee Snug tool to just hold her down onto the comb while I put a white dot on her back. So you can see her walking across, and now I'm like, oh no, don't go back onto the backside again. So this is why I don't really like these tools. It's just sometimes easier to pick her up. Okay, I've got her right there. Now let me see if I can zoom in and show you this really good. So if you're afraid of picking up your queen or afraid you're going to hurt your queen if you pick her up, this tool can be very nice and easy to use. Just hold her down, doesn't hurt the queen, works pretty nicely. So you can see she's got a nice white dot on her back, and she is all marked. So there are a couple of other tools that are available on the market for marking your queen. This is one of them that's pretty common and pretty simple. To use this tool, if my hand was the comb and the queen was walking, I would just put the cup over the top of the queen. Let her crawl up into the upper part of the cylinder. Once she's up in the upper part, I would put the plunger in. Then I would carefully raise the plunger up until I had her thorax through the grid. I would mark her. I'd let the plunger down. You can leave her in there for a few minutes, let that paint dry real good, and then take the plunger out, put her back down on the frame, maybe give it a tap if she's having a hard time getting out of there, and release her. So this is a simple, very inexpensive tool. If you're afraid to pick up your queen, this can be a tool that is very useful. Another tool that is pretty common among beekeepers is this tool here. It bills itself as a one-handed queen catcher marking tool. The way it works is yes, it has a plunger that goes up and down just like the other one. and it has a sliding gate that closes over the top. It's nice because it lets the worker bees out, much like a queen excluder, but traps the queen inside. To use this, you would hold the plunger up, put it over the queen like this, and then you will close the gate by sliding the gate down with your thumb, and then you would have the queen trapped inside of there. You can raise the plunger up until her thorax is between the grid. Mark her, let it back down, let her dry for a moment, and then you can put her back onto the frame and open back up the gate and release her. You can push the plunger down to let her out. The thing you've got to be careful with these is if you don't really have a good idea where your queen is, when you're closing this gate on the comb and you can't really see well, you can slice your queen right in half while you're closing that. And I've had people that have done that, and I believe I've done it at least once, maybe twice myself. So you've got to be really careful if you use this. Take your time, make sure your queen is safely inside the cylinder before you close the gate. But both of these tools can be pretty handy to use if you are interested in using them to help mark your queen. Hey, I'm glad that you stayed around for this video today. If you have not already, hit like and subscribe. Please do so. And if you're a brand new beekeeper and have never taken a beekeeping course, that bee is flying all around me. Let's try that again. I have a full beekeeping course that's organized by titles and by sections and by topics. Go to my website, www.honeytopbees, and check out my full beekeeping course. I'd love to have you learn along and make your beekeeping successful this year.